I'm from Sweden.
Nice. Whereabouts?
Huh?
Whereabouts?
In southern of Sweden, a town called Helsingborg. It's at the bottom. Yeah.
Very interesting. Never heard of it before. Never been to Stockholm.
No?
Really want to go. I mean, Sweden just has the most incredible women, honestly.
I agree.
And then I've been to Gothia.
Gothia Towers.
Gothenburg.
Gothenburg. Yeah.
Gothia Cup. 3 years.
Yeah.
I used to play a lot of football. Man, like
nice.
It's so funny. I remember, like, I would ask girls, like, it was like half about football, half about like partying and girls and so yeah. Like I would ask girls, like, what are you doing here? They're like, oh, we're here for 2 weeks because we traveled from the other side of Sweden to come meet like British and American boys and French boys and this and that.
Yeah, I've also played at that cup actually.
Really?
Yeah. It's
a lot of fun.
He did a great job making a personal connection with the prospect at the start of the conversation by building a personal connection. Now, I would never recommend talking about hitting on girls to build rapport with a prospect on a sales call, especially in B2B sales. Please do not do that. And this is more of a style thing, guys. On a sales conversation, especially a first conversation with a prospect, I'm never trying to find some commonality between me and the prospect to get them to like me, get them on my side, to build rapport. Hot take here, I think it's cheesy and a complete waste of time. How I build rapport on my calls is I show up prepared. I have a detailed plan about what we're going to do. I lead the conversation from start to finish. I'm not wasting the prospect's time. That's how I build rapport. And that starts with how you start the conversation with your agenda and upfront contract. Let's hear Iman's.
Yeah, just a quick heads up, going straight into this call. Won't be able to make you an offer today. This is just kind of a no pressure preliminary conversation. Obviously, Danny had the first 15-minute demo call with you. I'll just be 100% honest with you. I was actually traveling the last 36 hours. So I actually just didn't get a chance to watch it. Obviously, I always watch over demo calls. So as I said, I just want to get a bit of preliminary information from you. Then Danny and I can go away and speak about it now.
Not much of an agenda there. We have no idea what the goal is of the conversation, the roadmap to accomplish that goal, and potential outcomes, potential next steps for that conversation. We have no clue of any of that, and all of that, guys, needs to be crystal clear when you're meeting with the prospect, especially the first time, because if it isn't crystal clear, the prospect can easily take control of that conversation. An agenda with an upfront contract will keep you in control. This is how I start my calls the right way. Looking at the calendar, Ramon, I have us down for 45 minutes. I don't think this conversation is going to take 45, probably more like 30. But how are you on time? Any hard stops I should be aware of?
No, I'm good for the rest of the day. I mean, it's Friday. My Fridays are usually pretty empty.
I'm with you, man. I'm with you.
I'm cool with whatever.
Awesome. Here is what I was looking to accomplish in the next 30 minutes or so. Of course, want to get your buy-in and feedback towards this game plan. It's important, Ramon, before I hop into the Master 360 demo portal, that I first get a good understanding on how you folks are managing your mobile devices today, some of the challenges around that, and really what you're looking to accomplish with this project by potentially offloading your devices from Meraki and moving them to Master 360. That way, when I share up my screen, hop into the demo portal, that portion of the conversation can be tailored to your specific use cases. And by the end of the conversation, I'd like us to be in a spot where you're either interested and we schedule a good next step that makes sense for you and your team, or you're not interested, you let me know. You're not going to hurt my feelings at all, so we can avoid wasting time. That's what I was looking to accomplish, Ramon, in the next 30 minutes. This is your time. I'm super flexible. What would you like to add to that agenda to make sure this is a productive conversation today? Also, he used the phrase, I'm going to be 100% honest with you. Well, I hope you would be. Iman. If I'm a prospect and a salesperson says that phrase, my first thought is, well, everything you said prior to that phrase, was that a lie? Never say that phrase. Trust me, I'm going to be 100% honest with you ever on a sales call. Instead, he could have said something as simple as this. Chris, listen, you're probably not going to like what I'm about to say. I actually haven't had a chance to review your demo conversation you had with Danny last week. Now, Chris, I have a good excuse. I've been traveling like crazy the last couple of days. I did, however, connect with Danny prior to today's conversation, and I have a good understanding of what you're looking to accomplish.
From what I understand, you guys got 2 brands that you're working on and building. Kind of, where's the focus at the moment, and which one do you more specifically want our help with, or do you want our help with both?
So we have two brands, and the first brand is focused on the Swedish e-commerce market, and the other one is focused in the US. And we want to focus on the Swedish one for sure. And we have pushed quite a lot of revenue lately, and it's only like a month old, but we really see a huge potential here. Yeah, so that's the one we want to focus on.
So you say it's a month old, but from what I understand, you guys are doing over 6 figures a month with it?
Yeah, we're doing like, yesterday we did about 35K in revenue.
Awesome. So yeah, 6 months time, or where would you need to be for for you to consider a success, our partnership a success?
I like that question. In 6 months' time, where would we need to be for you to consider this partnership a success? It's a good question. However, guys, it's too early to ask that question in the conversation. Iman just learned that the brand the prospect needs help with, wants to focus the conversation on, has only been around for 6 months, yet it's killing it with revenue. Instead, he could have asked, awesome, it sounds like you guys are doing absolutely tremendous. Only been around 6 months with this specific brand and already hit that revenue level? That's tremendous. I'm curious, what motivated you to want to meet with us? It sounds like you don't need our help. You want to find out as quickly as possible on a sales call, on a discovery call, why does the prospect want to meet with us? They have so many different things they could do. They're super busy. Why do they dedicate 30 minutes to an hour to have a conversation with us? And typically, it's because they have a challenge they think we can solve. You want to find out as quickly as possible what that motivation is as to why we're meeting and what that challenge is, so you can spend the bulk of your time on that discovery call better understanding the challenge, understanding the impact of the challenge. We need a problem.
Do you mean revenue-wise or?
Yeah, revenue-wise.
Do you mean in the entire 6 months?
No, as in how much monthly?
Like $1 million. We want to aim like 500K to $1 million. Yeah, that's the goal. Yeah.
Understood. So at the moment, are you just running the ads yourself?
What's stopping you from getting to that revenue number today? That question should have been asked. We got to find a problem.
Yeah. Currently, I'm doing all of the ads myself, but we have people that source videos and copywriters and stuff like that. So, but I focus on the advertising myself.
For sure. How much time does it take out of your day?
Like 4 or 5 hours a day. Yeah.
4 or 5 hours a day. Wow.
I do a lot. Yeah, I focus a lot on it.
And are you the only founder, or do you have a partner?
2 others.
2 others.
Yeah.
4 or 5 hours a day. That's a lot.
Right.
So yeah, if you give me a breakdown, like let's say over the space of the last 30 days, how much have you guys? I'm assuming it's with the Facebook.
Yes, it's only focused on Facebook right now. Yes.
How much have you guys spent, and how much have you guys brought back?
I can take a look right now on the exact numbers. We have generated 200K so far, and we spent 60K on ads, and that's in euros.
Amazing. And what's your guys' biggest seller on that store?
It's like LED spotlight, like when you can just put it like whenever you want. It's like
looking at it now.
Yeah.
Awesome. And what's the sort of skew on that? Is that bringing in like 50% of sales, 80% of sales? Like, what's the distribution between the products?
70% at the moment. It's our biggest winner for sure.
Awesome. And then your second biggest winner?
It's we have the Galaxy lamp, and then it's like a fireplace cabin, so to say. Yeah, that's also a winner.
Okay, amazing.
We run about like 7 to 8 products right now that is performing good, so I'm just scaling from there.
And for example, with the spotlight, what's your margins on that?
We buy it for like $6 and we sell it for like 30 euros. So it's pretty good margins on that one.
Well, okay, amazing.
$6 with shipment and everything.
That's with shipping and everything. Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay, great. And your the lamp, do you know what the numbers are on that?
We have pretty much lower margins on that one, but I'm not currently. It was pretty good the first 2 weeks, but then I scaled it down a bit. So actually, the lamp is the third biggest winner. We sell it for like 50 euros, and we buy it for around 20, 22, 23. So it's not the best margins on that one, and that's why we have scaled it down too and focus more on the spotlight, the LED one.
You mentioned in your application that you've worked with a couple other agencies and had some not so great experiences. you touch on that a little more?
Okay, guys, we're 8 minutes into the sales call. We do not know what the problem is. We don't specifically know why the prospect decided to meet with Iman. I'm starting to get the sense that Iman just has a piece of paper in front of him with a list of questions, and he's just working his way down the list. A question is asked, the prospect answers, but there's no follow-up question asked. The next question that Iman asks has nothing to do with the response at all. And on a sales call, guys, it's a bit of give and take. If I'm going to ask questions to the prospect, I got to give them something in return. And that might be just simply telling them the reason behind my question. That's pretty simple. I don't know about you, but I'm starting to get question fatigue here.
We've only worked with one agency before, and we were pretty satisfied with their work, but then we added them as an admin on our ad accounts. And one of the members in the agency got hacked on their Facebook. So they actually hacked our complete business manager, and they removed all of our ads, and we couldn't restore the Facebook accounts. So, and they didn't give us the money back too. So it was a very bad experience.
Yeah, sorry to hear about that.
I'm now confident he's just looking down at a piece of paper with questions that are scripted, and he's working his way down the list. No follow-up questions are asked whatsoever. He should have asked, I'm sorry to hear that. Before I share how we could prevent that issue that popped up with the previous agency, if you decide to move forward and work with our agency at some point in the future, I'm curious. You just mentioned that previous agency, the results were good. Can you walk me through what those results were? This isn't rocket science, guys. It's simply active listening.
Okay, so that's that. Now, you mentioned in 6 months, you want to be at $500,000 a month, potentially even $1 million a month revenue. Is that as a business, or you want us to bring you in, $500,000? Maybe if you could, pinpoint a number that you'd be happy with, and then specifically how much you'd want us to spend, just so we can kind of gather expectations, because if you want us to do $500,000 a month at a 7x ROAS, not sure if that's possible. If you want to do a kind of maintaining your margins as is, then it's definitely a conversation we can entertain.
We're definitely aiming for like 500K with a 2.5 to 3 ROAS. That's attainable for us.
Amazing. Understood. Out of curiosity, you obviously it is taking a lot of time out of your day. But apart from that, why do you want to work with an agency?
Because I feel like I want to focus on growing the company without managing the ads all day long.
There we go. 9 minutes and 46 seconds into the sales call, and we have found the problem. The problem is the prospect is spending too much time on ads, and they need to spend time on other parts of the business. Now, the problem that we learned on this sales call is surface level. That's it. We didn't dig into the problem. We didn't ask lots of questions to better understand the problem. And guess what? That's probably not the only problem here. There's probably other problems. And then the call ends with, let's meet again soon so I can present you an offer and it's going to be a no-brainer. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not sold here. I don't know. I'm not confident if Iman and his agency can solve my problem. And if they can, they never shared that with me, specifically how they can do that. I don't know if Iman's solution is a viable option here. And before I ever present pricing, before you ever present an offer, you need to verify, and you need the prospect to verify this with you verbally, that you are a viable option. There is no point in presenting price to somebody who doesn't believe that you can solve their problem. Guys, the main point of this video is not to bash Iman. Iman is uberly successful. He's super young. He's probably going to be a billionaire at some point. He's way more successful than me. And I've made all the mistakes that we laid out in this video numerous times, all the time, on my sales calls. So the point is not to bash him and his sales skills. The point is to make sure you and me are both aware that we need to find a problem on our sales calls, a juicy problem, a crispy problem that we really, really understand. We understand the impact of, because without that, there is no sale. Without a problem, there is no sale. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you want me to make more content like this, let me know, and check out this video right here. It's me reacting to the ultimate scam artist, Grant Cardone.